deep in the cosmic waters where the moon's silver light hits the tide, lives the enigma of the Cancer woman. Forget the tired cliches about being moody or sensitive. We're diving into the raw, cardinal power of the fourth sign of the zodiac. A woman who carries the strength of the ocean and the mystery of the lunar cycles in her very DNA. She is the celestial guardian, the silent strategist, and the emotional alchemist of the stars. If you've ever felt her pull, you know it's magnetic. Let's decode the 5 hidden layers that make her absolutely unforgettable. When we talk about the Cancer woman as the emotional architect, we are peeling back the layers of a sophisticated psychological superpower. In the world of astrology, the sign of Cancer is ruled by the moon, which governs the subconscious, the tides, and the fluctuating rhythms of the human spirit. While many superficial horoscopes label her as moody, a professional lens reveals something much more intentional. She is a master of the emotional environment. To understand this trait, imagine a room not as a collection of furniture and people, but as a grid of invisible energy. The Cancer woman walks into that grid and immediately senses where the leaks are. She is the person who notices the subtle shift in a friend's voice, the tension in a partner's shoulders, or the underlying competitive chill in a corporate meeting. She doesn't just observe these things, she actively works to restructure them. She builds emotional containers. Just as an architect designs a house to provide shelter and flow, the Cancer woman uses her words, her silence, and her actions to create a space where people feel safe enough to be themselves. This is why people often find themselves confessing their deepest secrets to a Cancer woman they've only just met. She has built a sanctuary around the conversation without saying a word. This trait is also deeply tied to her cardinal nature. In astrology, cardinal signs are the initiators, the ones who start the seasons. As an emotional architect, she takes the lead in nurturing. She isn't passive, she is proactive. If she senses a disconnect in her family or friend group, she will be the one to host the dinner, curate the playlist, and cook the specific comfort food that triggers a sense of belonging. She uses sensory details, scent, lighting, and food, as the bricks and mortar of her architecture. However, being an architect is heavy work. She absorbs the vibrations of the spaces she inhabits, which is why she requires her own inner sanctum to recharge. Her home is usually her masterpiece, a physical manifestation of her soul where every object has an emotional history. When she invites you into that space, she isn't just showing you her decor. She is inviting you into the very heart of her design. The second unique trait of the Cancer woman is what I call strategic vulnerability. In a world that often equates toughness with success, the Cancer woman flips the script. She understands a secret that many other signs spend a lifetime trying to learn. That being open is not a liability, it is her greatest leverage. To the untrained eye, the Cancer woman might seem soft or easily moved, but there is a profound calculation behind her emotional transparency. She uses her heart as a filtration system. By being authentically herself, sharing her fears, her hopes, and her genuine feelings, she acts as a human tuning fork. Those who are uncomfortable with depth or who lack empathy will naturally recoil, while those who are sincere and trustworthy are drawn closer. She isn't leaking emotions. She is broadcasting a frequency to see who is brave enough to match it. This is how she builds an inner circle that is ironclad and fiercely loyal. In professional and social settings, this vulnerability manifests as a high-level leadership tool. While a Leo might lead with charisma or a Capricorn with authority, the Cancer woman leads with relatability. By admitting a mistake or sharing a personal struggle, she dissolves the walls of ego that usually stall progress. She creates a psychologically safe environment where others feel empowered to take risks. People don't just work for her. They feel a personal investment in her success because she has made them feel seen and valued. Furthermore, this trait is a protective mechanism. Like the crab, she has a hard shell, but she knows that if she never opens it, she can never grow. Strategic vulnerability is her way of choosing when and with whom she sheds that shell. It allows her to navigate the world with her soft underbelly, exposed only to those who have earned the right to see it. It's a test of character, a subtle lunar way of vetting the world around her. Ultimately, her vulnerability is the source of her magnetism. There is an undeniable power in someone who isn't afraid to feel. It makes her approachable yet mysterious, gentle yet formidable. She doesn't need to shout to be heard. She simply speaks from a place of such raw truth that the room has no choice but to go quiet and listen. In the astrological community, we often focus so much on the water element of Cancer that we forget she is a cardinal sign. Cardinal energy is the energy of the initiator, the pioneer, and the leader. When you combine this take-charge attitude with her lunar instincts, you get the cardinal protective instinct. This isn't just a motherly nudge. It is a fierce, primal, and strategic defense system that makes her the unofficial bodyguard of the zodiac. Think of the crab's anatomy. It has a hard exoskeleton and powerful claws. A Cancer woman may lead with a smile and a gentle inquiry, but the moment she senses a threat to her tribe, be it her children, her best friend, or even her corporate team, the claws come out. Unlike a fire sign who might explode in a momentary flash of rage, the Cancer woman's protection is calculated and enduring. She is a tenacious defender who will play the long game to ensure the safety of those she loves. In a professional setting, this trait makes her a formidable advocate. She is the boss who will stay late to fix a subordinate's mistake so they don't get fired, or the colleague who will stand up to a bully in a meeting with a chilling, calm precision. She views her inner circle as an extension of herself. To attack them is to attack her. This mama bear energy is fueled by an intense sense of duty and a never-back-down grit that often catches her opponents off guard. They expect a soft wave, but they get the crushing force of a tsunami. Her protection also extends to the emotional well-being of her circle. She protects the peace of the home or the office like it is a sacred relic. If you are in her good graces, you are under a psychic umbrella that shields you from the harshness of the world. She is the one who remembers to check in, who holds the line, and who provides the sanctuary. The fourth trait of the Cancer woman is her profound connection to ancestral memory and genetic nostalgia. In astrology, the sign of Cancer rules the fourth house, the base of the natal chart representing our roots, our home, and our lineage. This isn't just a casual interest in family history. For the Cancer woman, it is a visceral, cellular connection to the past. She is the living library of the zodiac, carrying the stories, traditions, and emotional blueprints of those who came before her. While other signs are obsessed with the now or the next, the Cancer woman understands that the present is merely a result of everything that preceded it. She possesses a unique form of emotional time travel. She can walk into an antique shop and feel the echo of the person who once owned a silver mirror, or sit with an elder and instinctively grasp the unspoken pain of a generation. This trait gives her a depth of character that feels old soul from a very young age. She doesn't just remember facts, she remembers feelings. In her daily life, this manifests as a deep-seated need for ritual and tradition. She is the one who keeps the holiday recipes exactly as her grandmother wrote them, not because she is stuck in the past, but because she knows that food carries the frequency of love and continuity. She understands that tradition is a form of grounding. In a chaotic, fast-moving world, she uses these ancestral anchors to provide stability for herself and her loved ones. If you are in her life, she will likely become the keeper of your history too, remembering the anniversary of your first big win or the name of your childhood pet. However, this trait is also a source of her incredible wisdom. Because she is so connected to the roots, she can often predict how a situation will grow. She sees the patterns in human behavior that repeat across generations. This makes her an exceptional advisor and a grounded leader. She isn't swayed by passing trends because she is looking at the long-term legacy. She knows that she is a bridge between the ancestors and the future, and she takes the responsibility of maintaining that bridge with a quiet lunar solemnity. To love a Cancer woman is to be invited into a story that began long before you met and will continue long after you're gone. The final and perhaps most legendary trait of the Cancer woman is her high-definition intuition. While many signs have a gut feeling, the Cancer woman operates with a biological radar system that is tuned to a frequency most people can't even hear. Ruled by the moon, the celestial body that governs the unseen, the nocturnal, and the subconscious, she doesn't just guess what's happening. She feels the truth before it is even manifested into words. This isn't just women's intuition. It is high definition. She picks up on the micro shifts in your energy, the slight hesitation in your text messages, and the vibe of a room the second she crosses the threshold. If you've ever wondered how she knew you were having a bad day before you even opened your mouth, it's because she was reading the emotional displacement you were leaving in the air. To a Cancer woman, a lie feels like a discordant note in a symphony, It physically jars her. Because she is a water sign, her body acts like a conductor for energy. This makes her an incredible human lie detector. You cannot fake a smile with her, she sees the sadness behind your eyes. You cannot hide an ulterior motive, she senses the static in your intentions. This makes her an invaluable asset in negotiations, friendships, and romance. She isn't being paranoid, she is being perceptive. She trusts her internal tides more than she trusts external logic, and 99% of the time her tides are correct. In relationships, this trait allows her to provide a level of empathy that is almost psychic. She knows what you need before you know how to ask for it. However, it also means she requires total honesty. She would much rather deal with a difficult truth than a comfortable lie, because her intuition will gnaw at her until the truth is revealed. She lives in the unspoken, and for her that is where the most honest conversations happen. The Cancer woman is the Zodiac's greatest mystery, a mix of soft moonlight and fierce ocean currents. Respect her intuition and she will lead you to the most authentic version of yourself.